Hello everyone, this is SystemCollapse, and I'm back yet again playing Nuts and Bolts Torqued. And I've been busy doing lots of bits and bobs, doohickeys and things and stuff, getting ready for this video. A whole bunch of stuff to get going, because before long, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon! Let's get to it. Let's go take a look over here real quick. I want to finish up a quest real quick, just the Osmeridium. Ignore that very loud machine. It is just grinding down tons of bauxite. Not a big deal. I'm also making a ton of steel. You can see here I'm making there, and it's actually making more steel right now. Very slowly because of our power, but it's grinding it out. The way I'm able to make this so easy is with coke dust. Coke dust I am getting from coke, of course. Easiest way to get coke is molecular transformer, charcoal. Yeah, only 10,000 EU. Takes almost nothing. You can get that out in no time. It's the cheapest way to make steel, hands down. Grinding down all the bauxite because, well, we're going to need titanium. Fair amount of it. I'm going to have an immense amount of aluminum by the end of this pack because I don't know what I'm going to do with it all. But yeah, that's the thing. So let's go here. Let's go to manual detect. And boom, there's a quest done. Nothing really special there. We'll get rid of that. Bam, bam. Actually, what am I doing? I'll throw that in here. Then it's out of there. Okay, so you see here, I got a bunch of stuff. Whole bunch of stuff. All from Advanced Rocketry. So, go into our book here. Go here. We're going to go to the moon. Boom. I have everything here except for the guidance computer. I can't make the guidance computer because we need 2 machines just to be able to make the guidance computer. Let's take a look here. Boom, boom. And we'll go over the other stuff in a second. What is it? Guide? Guidance computer. There we go. So, to get the guidance computer isn't too bad. These structure blocks, just some iron, titanium plate, not a big deal. Rest of it's a joke. You need the precision assembler to actually make the tracking circuits. To make the tracking circuits, actually, we need 3 machines. Is it 3? It might be 2. Anyway, we'll see. No, it's 3. We need 3 machines. To make those, you need to make silicon wafers. To make silicon wafers, you need to cut silicon buhl in a cutting machine. Yes, there you go, the 3rd machine. To do that, you need silicon in a crystallizer. 1 silicon ingot and 1 nugget in a crystallizer. And yeah, there you go. To make the silicon isn't that bad. And if you're looking at the recipes, you're like, oh, there's no easy way to do it. There is one easy one. I found it. Where is it? It's probably here. I found an easy way to make silicon. Where is it? Let's just go silicon. Silicon, was it dust? Silicon dust. I think I found that somewhere. No. There's a cheap recipe. I made it. It's over here. Believe me. It's clay blocks, I believe, in the macerator. Yeah, it's clay blocks in the macerator. So let's go to the recipe on this stuff. Clay dust, clay in the macerator. We'll give you clay dust, which when smelted, so we'll smelt this up. I've already smelted some up. Will become the silicon ingots. So that is the easiest recipe for that. Any other recipe is going to be a pain in the buttocks and cause you to have to make another machine. So make sure you use that recipe for ease of use, because I think every other one, silicon, was kind of annoying. One's the electrical arc furnace, and the other one was the crusher. And this one, it doesn't even matter. So yeah, this way, you don't have to make a machine you don't already have. So, probably the easiest way to do it as far as I'm concerned. But, yeah, we're going to get to making some machines in Advanced Rocketry. So, I got a bunch of stuff here. I've done a whole bunch of other prep too. Sheets, rods, iron, tin. I think even aluminum, steel. I've gone through a ton of steel. That's why I'm making a ton more. But, yeah, first one we're going to make. We're going to need the cutting machine. So I went and made this. It's called the Hollow Projector. And if you haven't used this before, it's not too bad. Just some glass, glowstone, gold plate, and just that stuff. Not a big deal. Pretty cheap. But it's pretty much a guide to making all the machines in Advanced Rocketry. So you're going to hands down want one. You can come in here. You can pick a machine. So I got that machine selected. And if you actually look here, it'll tell you what you need to use, what you need to build the machine. So here it says it wants a cutting machine, creative power plug, or a power input plug, or an IC2 plug, etc., etc. 1 input hatch, 1 saw blade assembly, motor advanced, motor output hatch. So that's exactly what you need. It tells you exactly what you need. So pretty cool like that. We can move these later. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but we'll put it around here somewhere. So if I put it here, it'll show us, you know, give this kind of idea how we're going to build it. And this machine's actually, is this one only one? If you use your scroll wheel on your mouse and scroll up, if the machine's actually bigger, it'll show you the extra layers. I'll show you one of the really big ones. This machine has one of the biggest multi-blocks I've ever seen. Honestly, I don't think there's anything bigger than this. Put this one down. Boop. Put it down. There you go. And that looks pretty big there, but we're that's nothing. There we go. That's the entire multi-block. It's a planet terraformer. This thing is massive. It's actually mostly clay, but there's an insane amount of titanium in it. We don't need this. I'm just giving you, showing you, you know, how big the multi-blocks can get in this mod. Some of them are pretty big. This one's just utterly massive. But, yeah, anyway. Onto the cutting machine. So we're going to throw that down. I don't know. We can move this later on. These machines are easy to move once they're built, so isn't a big deal. I think we're going to need a total of 6 machines to get through this. So that is a thing. Just taking a look here what we need. I've already made motors. We're going to need the saw blade assembly and the cutting machine. So let's go over here because I already do have some bits and bobs. I made a bunch of these machine structures. So they are just iron rods and iron. Not a big deal there. But they are the core component to most of the things made with this mod. So might as well make a bunch. Oh, my multi-block moved. I need to stop selecting it. Let's just put it there. Okay, so let's look at the cutting machine. So let's go here. Cutting machine. And boom. So I've already made some of these steel gears. I did that. I knew I was going to need them. I've made extra steel plates. I'm going to have to make these processors and that. In here, you're going to see you need lime dye. You're going to need these fairly often. I'd make about a stack. It's just cactus green and bone meal, but just make it. Then you don't have to worry about it after that point because you will need several of these user interfaces. So let's take a look one more time. What do we need here? Okay, we've got everything. These processors, they're pretty cheap. Just, yeah, that stuff. And I've already, oh, I did grind that down, but I didn't grab it yet. So I've already grinded down some copper and some gold. Right there. We'll grab that stuff. Head on back. And boom. Because you will be making quite a lot of these circuit boards and stuff. So you might as well get ready for it. But I have it. Does it have to be dust? Tell me it doesn't have to be dust. I don't know. It's just being picky. There we go. Let's throw that in there. Then we'll grab, where is it? Here, grab the control. Oh, it's going to be very picky. There we go. Switch. I'm going to have to wait until it's onto the right one because for some reason the system is not being very smart. Oh, it's still switching to that. Okay, well, we won't worry about that. Copper here. Would have been quicker to build this manually. There we go. Then we got one of those. Also keep that dust on me, I guess, because if that's going to keep being a problem. We're going to need one of these. There we go. Then we should have everything else. There we go. So we got our cutting machine. We also needed, it was the saw blade assembly. That's the only hard thing here. So let's take a look at that. Saw blade assembly. Boom. And we should have everything except for that. Let's do that. Grab the saw. Oh, what is that? Iron rod? Oh, I thought I already made these. Let's make a bunch. Because we will need more. There we go. Oh, wrong one. There we go. And saw blade assembly. Bam. Maybe not. Saw blade assembly. There we go. And we got a cutting machine, and let's look at the rest. So the rest is just a power input, input hatch, output hatch. Those are easy, very easy things, so let's do that. Oh, the power actually isn't super easy, but power input. There we go. There. Oh, it's just that. Those are easy, actually. Let's do that. Gonna need small batteries. This makes 4. It's just tin plates. I already made a bunch of tin plates because I knew we were going to need a bunch of them. Then we did an input patch. Is it input and output? Yeah. And they're just the same thing. They're just these in chests. So let's do here. Let's clear that. That. And I already made a ton of chests because I was tired of making chests. So we have a ton of chests. That should be one. And should do the same thing. Except for put a chest under it, I think. I thought that was all it was. Does it have to be in the top? Let's see. There we go. Just didn't like where it was. There we go. And that should be all the stuff we need there. So which one's this? This is the input. Input. Output. Cutting machine. Right there. Then we'll need the saw blade assembly. There we go. Power input. Oh, I didn't actually make the power input. I should probably do that. Let's see here. Power input. Boom. The good thing about advanced rocketry is the actual machine parts are actually quite simple. So you need a lot of rods and a lot of plates. But outside of that, they are pretty simple. And I don't think he's changed the recipes. It doesn't seem like everything I looked pretty standard to the mod. So, and I just got done doing a lot of this in Invasion. So it was nothing new to me. There we go. Complete the multi-block. Turn it on. And do we have any transmitters? Let's see here. RF. Yes, we got 5. Good. Probably need some more, but we'll just throw that there for now. There we go. We got a cutting machine. It's getting power. It's doing its thing. Some of these machines too. So I used the motor there. I didn't check the actual recipe. But you can use like better motors on some of them to make them go faster and stuff. So this is one of them. I know there's a couple where you can't change the motor, so make sure you check before you do. But I could have done an advanced motor or an enhanced motor, etc., and done that. But that is our first machine. So we've got that done. That'll be, the first part of it. But we got to keep going. So let's keep going. Next one we're going to need is the precision assembly machine. Go over here. This one is a little bigger. I don't know why it doesn't want to go on the ground right now where I want to put it. Get back here. There we go. There. That's fine. Okay. This one needs 2 motors. You got to be careful because sometimes it makes you think you need blocks you don't need. So let's grab the motors. I'll put those down right away. Oh, I just moved it. I have the worst habit for that. Boop. There we go. Let's take a look at this. Okay. It wants a precision assembler, 2 copper coils, but they can be upgraded coils, I think. Does it have to be copper? Nope, this one has to be copper coils. So let's do those real quick. Copper coils are super easy. Copper coils, and it's the advanced. No, it's these ones, right? Lid pipe ones. There we go. Why is it being so picky with the ore dictionary today? Let's stop that. It's being very picky. Let's just do that. Let's just do, you know what? Let's just do that. Then we have copper. I was just condensing them anyway, so we were saving room, but I'm not really worried about that. We'll be on to AE2 before long, so you know what? Just throw air to the wind and get it done. There we go, and there we go. So there's those. We need our 2 motors. Let's grab those. Boom, boom. Didn't see if these ones could be upgraded. These ones can be upgraded too. Again, not going to worry about it. And the rest of it, I'm going to look at it close because it can confuse you. It says 20 structure blocks. So does it actually need anything else? This one needed glass. Boom, boom, boom. Glass. I thought this one needed crucibles or something. No, that must be the next one. So it's going to need the precision assembler, an input hatch and an output hatch, and probably a power plug. So it can be a little confusing, and that's what I'm talking about because it keeps cycling. But you can see here, it's going to, at one of the cycles, show you nothing but, yeah, you could build it out of all fluid hatches. This machine doesn't even use fluid, but it'll let you use it anyway, so it can become very confusing very quickly. So we're going to go with what it says here. Precision copper coil. You can use 20 machine structures. There you go, machine structure. And you have a whole bunch of ores here. So ore times 7, 2 glass, advanced motor, 2 motors. And we can do mostly machine structures, and that'd be the easiest. So let's look at the precision. They made it modular, but by doing so, they made it a little confusing unneedingly, I think. And that should be all we need for this. So we'll just put the power here. And an input, output, input hatch, output hatch. There we go. This should work now. Let's grab another transmitter. There we go. We'll just keep those on us too. And there we go. So that should work now. So let's look at this. Let's go over here and grab some of that silicon. And take a look there. We might need the crystallizer first. I think actually you do, don't you? The crystallizer is, it's the second step, or is it the third step? I can't remember. Let's take a look here. Let's look at the assembler. Is that the one we need for the quest? No, the guidance computer. We are going to need the assembler too, but let's take a look here. So boom, boom, cutting machine, crystallizer. So the crystallizer is the first step. So let's get that done. So we're going to need 6 of these quartz crucibles, a crystallizer, output, input, a coil, a power, 2 coils. So this one doesn't have really any options. You just got to build everything you got to build. Is not as confusing, which is nice. So let's go to Crucible. CRUC Crucible. There we go. We're going to need 6 of those. So might as well get 6 of these done. So input hatch, output hatch. Throw the power plug. There you go. And throw this here. Bam. And I should punch the front. Boom. Got our multi-block. And we should be good to go there. So should be able to take this, put that there. Grab, where's the input? The input is this hatch. We'll grab 9 of these. Throw those in there, throw that in there. Oh, and turn the machine on. All these machines have off and on switches. I always forget that. That one is on. And this one is on. There you go. It'll start doing its thing, mixes up stuff. And sooner or later in the output hatch, we'll start getting these silicon bules, which I could then throw in here, which will turn into a wafer. Here we go. It's doing its thing. They're pretty cool. They got nice little animations for machines, you know what I mean? I just don't like these. Where's the graphics changed on those two, but I can see why he did the things he did. Here we go. Is that one done? That's all done. Let's just make all these because we're going to need them. And we got some of our silicon wafers. So, next, let's go to, what was the one we're making? I completely forgot. We're making the guidance computer. Let's take a look. Guide. And we still got to do more. I'm just getting us through, you know, the initial part of this, right? We still have to make an electrolyzer. What is all the machines? I'm trying to remember. There's the electrolyzer, the crystallizer. And is there anything else? Oh, and the chemical reactor. And that is all for our rocket fuel, our oxygen, and all that jazz. There's a lot to it, but it isn't really that complicated. Let's grab those. So we needed to make here. We need to take basic circuit plate. And are these ones basic circuit plates? No, these are silicon wafers. Use. I don't remember the recipe for the basic circuit plate, so let's take a look. So it's just the silicon wafer with gold and redstone. So let's grab some gold and redstone. Gold, grab a stack. Redstone, grab a stack. Yeah, we have about 13,000 redstone. It might be even up to like 20 now. Let's take half of these, I guess, throw them in there. Because I know you need some of the basics, and you need some of each, right? So, oh, I guess I could have done all 12. There we go. And this machine is pretty slow. You probably could speed it up with a better motor and coils, but not that worried about it. You're really not going to be using it that much, so unless it's really driving you nuts, don't bother. And okay, our 4 basic circuits are already done. Well, already. It took long enough. We're going to throw those right back in, throw that there, and that there. And that's going to make, what is those? What are those ones called? Let's go here. I can't even remember. Guidance. Here we go. That's going to make the actual tracking circuit. So it's like a 2-step process that actually has to go through the machine twice and go through that. While that's doing that, let's go over here though. Let's go over what I did build, because I didn't show you guys this stuff, but it's all pretty simple. You needed 1 fueling station. I actually made 2. I'm going to end up probably making a 3rd one. It's good to have more than 1, because if you end up on the moon and no way to refuel your ship, that's a big problem. So having the fuel station is very easy. Very good way of doing that, right? So we're going to make some extra fueling stations. I'll probably, like I said, make 1 more, because we'll end up having an orbital space station as well. I made a bunch of the liquid fuel tanks. They're just a bunch of steel, not a big deal. I made some of the concrete from the mod. It is the cheapest way to make concrete, so... And I was using all my concrete over there anyway, so I figured this is the best way to do it. But it's cheaper. Sand, gravel, bucket, 16. So the math is just better that way anyway. Structural tower. You'll need this. You need 1 of these for every 1 block tall you're going to make your rocket or the structure you want to launch into space. So you need those. Steel. You will need some glass, so you need some of that. The launch pads, super simple. Just some black dye, some yellow dye, and the concrete that I made there a second ago. And some of these liquid fuel rocket engines. I think you only needed 4 for the quest, same as I think you only needed 10 of these. But I made extras because you need some for crafting. Plus it's nice to be able to hold more fuel. So these super cheap again. Some steel ingots, some titanium plate. And this basically is everything we need to build our rocket, but it doesn't actually help us to assemble it. To actually assemble the rocket, you need another machine, which they don't even tell you about. You need the rocket assembly machine, so you're going to need that as well, which is a bunch of titanium. That's already going. Let's grab some titanium and actually go make some gears. While that's doing that, because we are going to need that rocket assembly machine. There's actually a lot of stuff you need to get through this, and if you just look at the quest, you go, oh, I don't need much. No, to get into space, you need much more, so... Especially if you want to get there and be safe in any way whatsoever, whatsoever. Because you could die up there very easy. If you don't have a spacesuit, you're dead. If you don't have a way to keep yourself with oxygen, you're dead. Yeah, it's just it's a dangerous place. But we're gonna make sure we go there at least semi-safely. There's our last circuit. Let's look at the assembler while we're waiting. That's actually all super cheap stuff. Let's grab 1 of these concretes and that. I'm not sure if I have everything. I should have everything for that, I think, actually. Oh, I probably need the rods. I don't have rods, I don't think. So let's just do that. There we go. And that. There we go. So we now have a rocket assembly machine, which is very important. We're actually going to build a rocket today, at least get it built. We're not going anywhere in it, but we'll get it built. I'm just going to build a little spot here. That's a 5x5. I want it 7x7, so I'll just do it in the easiest way to keep it straightforward. That's a 5x5, right? Yeah. 1 more ring around it, and we should be good to go. I should be using my spell for this so I can level up, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. There we go. And I don't want the tower on that side, so let's not do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't make that wide enough. Did I make it wide on every side except for that? I did too. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to put 1 more block here because that's necessary. Then we're going to go grab a bunch of glass. Go here, go here, go here. Run over here. And start putting down a bed of glass because it's important. All the launch pad blocks need to go on top of this. Same as the, what's it called? The structural tower. Which will start making sense here in a couple seconds. There we go. Actually don't like that there. Personal aesthetic problem. No real reason. There we go. Head over here, grab our launch pad, and grab our structural towers. There we go. And I'm probably going to make this launch pad bigger, as I said, later on. But for now, this will do. And it's all connected texture, so it'll make itself look semi-good. Let's get this going here. There we go. Then there we go. This has to go here, so let's do that. Oops. And this does not have to be this tall. This thing basically just needs to be as tall as your rocket. You intend to have your rocket, so it's something to kind of, you know, think of. Let's see here. We needed, is it rocket assembly? Yeah. Doesn't really matter where this goes. We'll just throw it right there for now. There we go. We're going to need those. Gonna need, how much? Let's grab 10 of these. Actually, let's use 15. 15, and we're missing one thing that I'm going to need. I might as well grab that too and place that down. And our guidance computer once it's done. Sounds good. So, let's go here. This is the center. We'll just put down our rockets. So, bam. We'll put these down. Hopefully I don't go over weight. I don't think I'm going to have a weight issue, though. Let's see here. Bam. So that's that. We need a guidance computer, and we need a seat, which I forgot to make. Let's see here. Seat. There we go. A seat to go in space is literally 3 black wool. That's all you need. That is what protects you on top of your rocket. Just three pieces of black wool. There we go. Let's grab this. Let's do that. Let's make our seat. There we go. Now we need a guidance computer. So let's grab our tracking circuits. Go here. Go to guidance. Go to here. I should have everything now. Let's see. We do. Sweet. There's a guidance computer. We're going to fly that straight up here. Put it there. Throw a seat on it. That's effectively your rocket. We do need one more item, though. Let's look at that. Planet ID chip. Isn't that what it's called? No, not plant. Plant ID chip. We need one of these. Do I need this right away, though? Basic circuit. In a cutting machine. Then, what's this? Just a basic circuit. We can do that real quick. Let's do that. We need a piece of gold and that. And that'll start doing that. Excellent. I should be able to come here. It's going to need some power, so let's give it some power. There we go. And I think this will build. This doesn't need anything in it, I don't think, right now. But we'll see here. We're going to grab our linker. So our linker is right here. There we go. And I should be able to just... Whoop. What? I guess you don't have to link it yet? Oh, you got to scan first, don't you? That's right. You hit scan. If you have your multi-block for your launch pad built right, it'll start doing this. It'll scan it, and it's going to tell us whether or not it is viable and usable. If it does not like something that we did, it's going to let us know. It'll say, you know, this thing is not going to form into a multi-block, and we're not going to do it for you. There we go. Take a look. There we go. Fuel's fine. Weight's fine. Thrice, everything's fine. Everything is where it needs to be, so we're good to go. We should be able to build. We're going to hit build, and basically it's going to turn it into a multi-block for us. There we go. Do your thing. No noise. And we could have built this as tall as this tower. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter the shape. The shape doesn't really matter. See there, now became multi-block. If I shift right click it, you get this, the guidance computer, and it's looking for a chip. So we need to give it that. Oh, no, no, no. Don't hit space. Do not hit space on that. Let's see here. 80 kids, select your destination here. And of course, ours will be Luna. Of course, not today because we don't have fuel. But let's grab our basic wafer. I'm just going to give you everything you need to know how to, you know, get your rocket up and built. You know, in one single episode, that was kind of the plan. So, and we'll get through the rest. We still need quite a bit more, and we'll go over it before the end of the episode. Let's go here. Bam. So, let's grab our basic circuit, and we need to take one of these and do this. And it was this. There we go. There's our Planet ID chip. We're going to shift right click. Boom. Select the guidance computer. Throw the Planet ID chip right there. It says on programmed. It won't say that very long. Shift right click. Select destination. Choose Luna. Hit select. Shift right click. Go back in. You'll see now that it says Planet ID chip. Planet named Luna. And you can keep numerous ones of these chips for different areas to go different places. And just change the chip as needed, or you can just go in and select destination. It's just a way of doing things. And yeah, that is how you build your rocket. If we had fuel right now, we could fly to the moon, but we don't. So in the next episode, because we don't have time today, we still need to build. We'll go over it here right now. Let's go here. We still need to build an electrolyzer. Electrolyzer is going to make us hydrogen and oxygen. The hydrogen and oxygen are then used in a chemical reactor to make rocket fuel. We also need the oxygen to fill our spacesuit, which we haven't made yet. So the spacesuit we'll make tomorrow as well. Spacesuit, bam. Oh, there's 4 pieces. Let's just go space. Yeah, there you go. And there's upgrades we could do for that too. And there's a block we could build to add upgrades to that as well, which we might. Can't remember how hard the rocket upgrade is for that. It's probably been changed for this pack anyway, but those are the things we need to get space. So we did a lot today. We did 3 machines and we built a rocket. I mean, pretty amazing. There's one more machine we're going to throw here too, but we'll get to that later. I think I'm going to end this episode here. I think, like, look, we did a ton. We got 3 brand new multi-block machines, multi-blocks, you know, launch pad. We've got a rocket. And we're halfway to space already in one episode. All it took was an immense amount of steel and a little bit of titanium. So, as always, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. I want you guys all to have a good one. And I'll see you guys in the next video where we should go to space. Later.